government continues to run and does not grind to a halt. But clearly, nobody is satisfied about the situation that we have found ourselves in. Mr. President, I came this morning to have a conversation with the chairman of appropriation. I'm a member of that committee too. And also the chairman of finance. And if possible, to discuss this on the floor. I didn't know that this matter was slated for hearing. Because we are all inundated with complaints all over. Government has grounded, that's what it means. Contractors who have done their jobs, committed their resources, cannot be paid. The benefits of the budget that we all took time to work on and passed has not gotten to the people. And guess what? We are talking of the capital component. The recurrent component, which is for the bureaucrats, 100%. It has gotten to them 100%. 100%. The component that has not been released, that is still stagnant, nothing is moving forward, is the real one that goes to the people of Nigeria for development of our country, for all the people that we represent. So it's a very sad situation. You recall that some weeks back, there was a time that contractors, out of frustration and anger, I hear even staged demonstrations. I read about it. A number of you on this floor may be familiar with that. So, Mr. President, the chairman of appropriation, unlike other motions and debates he has led, for which we have always supported, even from this aisle, in the interest of the country, today has not given compelling reasons why this extension has become necessary. And I don't want to hazard any guess, but from this aisle, you all know what is happening. Maybe there is too much preoccupation with politics and 2027. Maybe there is too much concentration on receiving defectors all across the country, and people are not looking at it. Please come to Mr. President, I have the floor.
You started very well, end very well.
I have the floor. I have the floor. Because the business of the Nigerian people, for which we were all elected, all of us and the President of the Federal Republic, is not moving forward. That is the reason this motion and this bill has become necessary. But like I said, from our experiences,
you have 1 second remaining.
Of our commitment for the national good and for the development, we are not opposed in principle to the extension, as the minority leader and my colleagues here have spoken. But I associate with the need to investigate. We need to. Our committees. Is it that we are not having enough money? We have withdrawn, all of us supported the withdrawal of fuel subsidy. Meaning that there's even more money. All the other levels of government are getting far more money. Some of us managed recessions for 6 years. Now they are getting so much money. The state governments and the local government, which is good. So that means that money or availability of money is not the challenge. The reason the capital component of the budget has not moved forward for the benefit of Nigerians is not because there's no money. So I agree with the suggestion that we should direct the committee, our committee, as a matter of fact, both committees, led by the appropriation committee, and perhaps the committee on finance as well, to jointly within the next 1 week undertake an inquiry. Exactly. And report back to us why this has happened, so that we don't have this happening again. I just thought that I should
thank you very much for your contribution.
And to say that in principle,
thank you.
Even though we are not happy we are where we are, things have grounded to in the interest of the country. We need to pass this bill and allow the machinery of government to go on. But we need to investigate why we are here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The committee chairman of appropriation, is whether or not we are experiencing revenues, shortage of revenues, whether or not there is no money in this country to pay up this implemented project. Mr. President, it is not about procurement. We have liaised as a house. Most of the constituency projects that I know of, almost 80%, were completed 6 months before today. And therefore, you begin to hear rumors that the Minister of Finance and the Office of the Accountant General are picking and choosing projects they will finance. It is not right. Sequel to what I have said, I think the Committee on Appropriation, Mr. President, should be saddled with the investigation of why
you have 1 minute remaining.
It is important, even though Senator Yahya said the leadership, we have given the leadership that mandate, nothing has changed. We need to do what is parliamentary, what Parliament does. Give the Appropriation Committee a mandate of 2 weeks to present before this chamber as to why what is happening. Lastly, Mr. President, this is Parliament. We need to be guided by logics. We need it to be guided by facts on the ground. What is happening is not backed by facts. I have no problem. There is necessity for us to address this issue, extend it, but we cannot continue extending all the time.
Thank you very much. Senator Dickson, please.